So I'm in Auburn, California, and right in front of me is my subject I think that I'm going to try to go for. I think it's like an old courthouse or city hall or something. So I'm going to focus more on just the top dome part of it and really get that in my sketchbook. I didn't really know if I was going to find a place to paint this or not. I didn't really film anything. I just kind of drove here. It's about like a 20-minute drive from where I live. So I'm just going to get right into the painting. And should be pretty cool, hopefully. But yeah, it's been kind of a weird day. Didn't really do much earlier. Got a haircut, cut my own hair, so hopefully it looks somewhat decent. Uh, but I know everybody's gonna complain down in the comments. I like your long hair better. Blah 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 blah. Whatever, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna start drawing this dome thingy, and the sun's setting in about an hour or so. So hopefully I can bang this one out real quick. So let's do it, man. Let's do it. Not much of an adventure today, but that's okay. Let's just focus on the painting. Let's do that. All right, so I'm gonna attempt to keep this one real loose, kind of like the last episode. Real loose painting. I'm using a bigger brush now than I normally do, so or that I have been using for a while. So I'm gonna just try to take advantage of just keeping things as loose as I can and having fun, trying to capture the essence. That's what I'm always trying to go for nowadays. It's all about the essence of what's here. So I'm putting the light down first because that's going to be the first thing to go. Just adding some pale color for the sky there. I want it to look like a really light sky. It's really lit up. Most of this building is in shadow. So that's what I'm going to mostly be focusing on, of course. There's like some warm glow under there for shadows and stuff. Reflected light. Just trying to keep it loose, keep some interesting shapes. Trying to let the viewer kind of fill in some of the information. Trying to remember all this stuff as I'm doing it. Kind of had some shadow that bled into the light up here, so that's unfortunate. But it's okay. Not going to worry about it too much. Just going to keep going. I'm going to move to a smaller brush now, just a little bit. So I'm just slowly working on the shadows here. I'm trying to bring everything together. Just trying to be cautious about what I'm doing. That was way too dark. As I just talked about being cautious, and then I went. Starting to put in the, get a little darker with it now. I want to really push the values here, the contrast, things happening. Things happening on this dome. Just trying to suggest things. I don't want to go too detailed with everything. So that's what I'm trying to avoid here. Trying to avoid overworking this thing. Just want to suggest some kind of windows in there, or doorway. And same kind of things up here. I think I'm getting pretty close here. I don't want to do too much to it, like I said. Just want to suggest a little thing up there that's on top. I might try to soften something here on the shadow side a bit. I don't know, give it a little more texture or something. I think I might try to glaze some of the light areas here just to get a little more warmth. See what that looks like. I don't know. Might be a little too much there. Sun's getting warmer and warmer, so it's kind of difficult because I'm chasing that I'm chasing that warmth. I'm trying not to, but I think I may need to darken these pillars real quickly, just slightly. They're kind of sticking out a little too much to me, so just need to slightly make them fit in a little bit more. Something like that. Okay, not my greatest work, but definitely pretty challenging. As always, most of my subjects I pick try to be a little bit, try to make them a little challenging for myself. Let's throw in some darks in here. Maybe this can help bring it together a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that helped actually. I think that really helped. And actually, what I'm gonna do is actually some warmth right under here as well, so. Just wanted to bring that out slightly. Okay, I don't want to mess with it too much more. I think that's good. It's gonna get. There's a lot of reflected light out here. I'm squinting to try to really simplify this, but it's almost like the shadows need to be darker. But yeah, when I squint, it's like it's very difficult to see a separation in value. Obviously, it's a little bit lighter over here than here, so. I'm afraid to kind of glaze that and push it a little further, but I might try just slightly, seeing what happens if I want to do that. Maybe that helped. I don't know. You guys will be able to tell better than I can watching the video. I'm just ever so slightly adding some value to this, to these shadows. Just trying to bring the contrast more and maybe cool it off more. Cool this off. Something like that. Alright, light's getting so much warmer out there, I think I just have to stop. Yeah. I think it's good effort. Good effort. Well, if you couldn't tell, that was pretty difficult. I'm definitely not really used to architecture, and I'm not used to painting it this small. I've done some architecture lately, back in like December, early January, and it was much larger. I was working like 8 by 10 or something, not 4 by 6, like this small. So definitely challenging, and yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at it later with the tape off when I get home. We can talk about it then, go in a little bit more depth of like what I should have done better. So yeah, let's do that. All right, folks, made it home, and I looked at the sketch again. There's actually one thing kind of off with it that I actually want to fix. So I'm actually going to do that right now very quickly. I don't normally touch them up once I get home, but I think this is worth it. It's going to be worth it to try to bring it together slightly. So let's do it. By the way, look at this beautiful sunset happening right now. Incredible. Unreal. Okay, so what I'm going to attempt to fix is this area on the dome is too light. It should be a little bit darker in value because of the local color compared to the building. So I'm going to darken that slightly, and hopefully it'll bring the dome together a bit more. Just kind of solidify the rest of the painting, I think. So I'm going to... something like that. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do to it right now. It's at least a little bit darker. I don't know. It might have to go a little bit darker still, but yeah, I think that just brought the temperature together a little bit better. It shows the warmth of the light. I mean, it's a very small change, but yeah, it might need to go a little bit darker still. I'm kind of afraid of pushing that too much. And I don't know that I can really because it's still wet. Yeah, I don't want to... I think I might have messed it up now. But anyway. There we go. Just a small change there. So actually looking at it now in the studio at home, it actually looks pretty good. In the car, I was very nervous. Like, I don't know, I felt bad, like it wasn't coming out right. But looking at it from far away, getting some distance, and I even looked at it upside down when I was in the car, and it gives a different appearance. I can really see the light versus shadow when it's upside down, more abstract. You know, just give me a fresher look at it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. I think overall, I got a lot of subtlety, which is pretty nice, and that's really what the whole scene was kind of about. I mean, obviously this nice light effect, but really the subtlety in these shadows, the grays, the different colors and stuff in there, and just trying to suggest like windows and stuff without going overboard with all these little ornate things, because that was a very ornate architecture, had these columns and all kinds of little things happening, and I wanted to just strip it down, ignore all that stuff, and still create a strong image that kind of gives that look and feel of it. So I think I did it pretty well. And I think that last little bit that I just put on the dome, I think that really brought it together a bit more. Just kind of solidified everything, brought the value structure a little bit. You know, just a small little change like that, those are the tough things to really figure out. And sometimes you have to be away from your painting for a while. And then when you come back to it, it's like, oh, you know, that's the problem. That's exactly what it was. So overall, pretty good effort. Glad I went out and did some painting, if nothing else. So it's always cool to just try something different, see something new, and give it a shot. So I'll see you on the next episode. Peace, my friend.